Hey, Brad, you know how Nationwide is more than an insurance company?
Yeah, they're one of America's largest financial services companies.
We get that in a song like business, life, retirement.
Or Nationwide's there to protect.
I'm kind of the jingle guy.
Not sure I agree with that.
Well, I'm not sure I like your hat.
Well, it would never fit on you.
Products issued by Nationwide Life Insurance Company or Nationwide Life and Annuity Insurance Company. The general distributor for variable products is Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
You have the food, the decorations, but you're running out of time to get the perfect holiday gifts. Good thing Sephora offers free same-day delivery. Order the best fragrance, makeup, skincare, and hair care gifts online and have them delivered from the store to your door today. No order minimums, only with free same-day delivery at Sephora. Use code GETGIFTS. Oh, Sephora, that was fast. Offer ends December 24th. Exclusions and terms apply. Beauty insiders only. One-time use available in select markets.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you can make sure your ride stays running smoothly. Brake kits, LED headlights, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time. Plus, at these prices, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Meiomi. Meiomi is a big, full-flavored wine, perfect for those moments when we want to live to the fullest. These are the moments when we're completely satisfied and living in the moment. Meiomi uses the best that coastal California has to offer to create our unrivaled Pinot Noir, perfectly suited for the holiday palate. Visit shopmeiomi.com. That's shop, MEIOMI.com. Please enjoy responsibly. Meiomi Wines of Campo, California.
Anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking.
Back at it again with another episode of the Shades of Blue Soccer Show. I'm Cody Bradley, Thad Bell, and Robert Russert are here. We are joined by... Oh, and David is here too. I forgot about David joining into the Zoom.
Ouch.
We're joined by Kevincho Lopez. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
David is coming here somewhere along the line. There he is. Okay, so training started today.
They left today.
Oh, I saw the website says that they were. I thought they were on the field today. No.
Oh, they probably did get on the field.
They got on the field. So. It's real.
They touched it.
Preseason has begun. Somewhere in the world, Pulido is hiking up his shorts. Johnny Russell is yelling something and. Nobody entirely understood what he said.
Nope.
Wait. First day of preseason in Vermes camp, they touched the ball? What?
Well, maybe they didn't touch the ball. They were on the field, though. That's what I'm going with.
Just suicide.
Roger Espinoza and Jake Davis are in a scuffle somewhere on the training ground.
Who won the beep test?
It's just good to be back.
Who won the beep test?
So there's plenty to talk to. We'll get to plenty of it. We got some current news, some rumors for Sporting. So we got a lot to get to. Thad, they're in Arizona.
They are.
How many years? This is the whateth year they've been in Arizona.
This is the trivia question you had listed on our show planning.
Yeah, and I gave you a hint with the whateth.
Yes, you did.
I didn't take it. I didn't take the hint.
Well, it's not it doesn't end in a 2, I guess is what that means. Because it's not an end, it's a whateth.
Okay, so let me think for a second.
Well,
9th.
12th would be.
Robert's sitting over here looking a little cocky. Do you know the answer to this question?
No, I was just saying 12th does end in a 2. Just saying. Sorry.
9th.
It is the 14th year that they have been preseason in Arizona.
Impressive.
Fun little stat for you. That's all I had there. So they're playing 5 closed door matches. Nobody gets to see any of it. We used to have Chad on site, on location in Arizona. He has since moved back. But it looked like all of the regular opponents that they always play.
Yeah,
it literally seems like the same lineup every year. They got the Portland Timbers, Grand Canyon University, Louisville City FC, Real Salt Lake, and the Super Bowl for the Phoenix Rising. I think is one of their favorite games of the year. But yeah, guys, it's Saturday the 21st, the first game. That is when an actual ball will be rolling. A whistle will be had. I'm very excited.
And nobody will see it.
And no one will get to see it.
So trash. So trash.
Did COVID just change everything? They just got to bend the rules for being secretive?
No, they could have always done it, but at some point they don't need to attract fans as much. But there's also part of it is where they're at. It's like hard to the particular stadium they have very poor facilities for setting up anything.
So I could be wrong. I took closed door to mean
no fans.
No fans in the stadium, but I also took that to mean like we won't get to see it at all.
Right.
So they won't show there won't be a camera or anything?
There will be like probably handheld cameras, and they'll probably like show us 2 minutes of highlights.
What happened to I always thought they broadcast it's preseason for the broadcasters too, right?
Well,
remember they say that?
So Cody, you're thinking of the Desert Diamond Cup, because preseason was always broken into like 2 phases, right? There was like the initial closed door thing where if they streamed it at all, the production value was so bad it was like watching an MLS Next Pro match, maybe worse. And then there was the Desert Diamond Cup, which was also not much better, but at least had something behind it. None of it's worth watching.
Of course it's worth watching. It's real well, it's not real soccer. It's kind of soccer.
It is soccer, it's just not real.
I think what sucks for us is like specifically our team, because of how things went last season, we're like trying to get any hint on how this one could go.
Yes.
So
It's
even
all
though
optimism,
we're playing
baby.
Grand Canyon University, whoever the hell, it would be cool to see that, just 11 players kick the ball around. But look, if they have it one thing is weird is, okay, have it closed doors, and like I'm assuming, they're gonna have, like you said, someone out there filming, give us highlights. What is kind of just lame is what is the point? Is it just to get guys, stop being fat for a couple weeks, or what is the actual reason?
Well, I think it's pretty clear with all these rumors of signings and only 3 center backs. Guys, we're going to a 3-5-2, and they don't want anybody to know. They're disguising it as long as they can.
Can't go to a 3-5-2 with 3 center backs because that's all you
Well,
have.
you're going to convert some of those wide backs to apparently, work in that system.
Well, Vermes hinted that they weren't entirely done yet. So we'll do that podcast when we get there, Robert. Skipping around here all random.
He more than
I'm
hinted
just
that.
throwing out possibilities here.
Yeah. Make a show rundown and the guy doesn't even look at it.
But yeah.
Anyway.
I can't access it on my phone. I told you that.
One of my
it's your fault, man.
One of my favorite parts of preseason is the extended list of people that get brought along. And I noticed
they're just there for numbers.
Yeah, and they even brought some trialists along, and there's always names that we can never pronounce. So Thad.
Yes.
I'm going to make you pronounce these trialist names here.
Okay.
We have a defender, 2 defenders, and a forward here. So let's go with Mo. We're going to start off with Mo here.
Well, let's just start from the entire top. I mean, there's the guy they drafted in the draft, the second round of the draft, Chris Rindolph. He's a defender.
That's not a hard name to pronounce.
I'm starting, man. It's at the top of the list.
I'm not doing this to give these kids shout-outs. I just wanted the funny names is what I was going for here.
Cody, let me ease into it.
What makes you think they're funny names?
He sounds like he's prepared.
Normal names.
He sounds like he prepared. I told you to not cheat.
I did not prepare.
Okay.
No.
Let him ease into it.
Okay, get in there.
But just because you try to set me up, don't mean I'm going to make it easy for you.
These are batting practice swings.
But the first trialist listed as a trialist is Mo Abelinati.
Ooh, there was a hesitation there, but you recovered very well. Abelinati. That's a great name.
Yeah, he's actually, I've seen him play. He's pretty decent. He was with the academy. I was kind of hoping they would sign him to a homegrown because he was looking that good when I saw him in training. Yeah.
See, Robert, what do you know? There's a center back right there. He Abelinati.
But he
let that do
yeah. Who's making fun of who here?
Go to the next name.
I think that was a wild pitch.
I started really confidently and then lost it. Who's the forward?
No, but hey, I'm just still talking about Mo, man. He went off to Notre Dame. He had a full scholarship to Notre Dame, but then he transferred to another college the second year. But he played really well even there. I don't remember which college that is.
Notre Dame, good football school.
Not
I mean,
not
soccer's
really.
cool.
Sad. Didn't Mo get minutes with SPR?
Yeah. I don't know how
So
many
he's
minutes.
got-
It was not a lot, but he was a academy contract for the team formerly known as Swat Park Rangers.
David's showing off his bona fides there. Well, yeah, that guy played for SPR, right? I remember him. I watched SPR.
Forever and for always SPR.
Next up, trialist. Forward.
Jason Mejia. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mejia.
Mejia is what I
Yeah,
was
there.
thinking
Yeah.
of.
No, I don't have
Mejia,
I didn't
I
have
like
my
it.
glasses on. My glasses are not there, so I
Jason.
saw the J and the I cross contaminated.
Jason. I'm saying this Jason with like Jason, but with a Y.
Yeah, no,
So I'm pronouncing that.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's actually
What's
correct.
your David? What are your bona fides on this guy?
Honduran winger doesn't. I mean, his stats don't jump off the page,
Yeah.
but it's tough to really know and scout some of these guys. You know, there are players that we talked about in the past. Guys like, this is a good time for me to forget the name of Busio. But there are guys like Busio who played for SPR and never looked great because the level of competition wasn't good enough, right? The players around him weren't good enough that he could really shine. So the stats don't jump off the page. The clips I've watched of him don't scream anything special, but it's also entirely possible that he's too good for the level he's playing at. And, you know, that could make him look worse than he might actually be. He is somewhat two-footed, so he probably, if he signed, he might be able to play on both wings as a backup to Daniel Anjani.
Oh, you just really made me look bad there. I was just kind of talking shit, and then he just reeled off. Were you just on this guy's Wikipedia page? Anyway,
No,
I don't think
we
he
had
has
an
a
article
Wikipedia
about him.
page.
Okay.
There was an
Anyway,
article, you know.
I love a good trialist. Thad, give us this trialist number 3 here. Defender.
Wait. We're not done with Jason, man.
Keeping the show moving here. I'm
45-minute pod. guys, come on.
Honduran First Division, man. They let him go so he could come up here.
Okay.
Kevin, how you doing back
Man,
there?
I
man?
love the trialist.
I'm good.
But sorry.
Okay,
I'm
good.
vibing. I'm listening to these names. I have no idea who we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I sorely underestimated the time we would talk about these trialists.
I'm interested in how Chad. God, I did that last week too. Gosh, sue me. How Thad is going to pronounce this next one?
Nassim Mekadish.
Mikadish.
Kadish.
Okay.
Kadish.
He's Algerian. I'm not sure if they do I don't think they do the at the end of that. So it's Mekadish. I could be completely wrong. Obviously, I've not practiced my Algerian
I
in
have
a long
confidence
time.
in you.
Those are all really good names. I'm rooting for all of them. There's also Deity Traore. Great name.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing about Nassim is he was actually playing in the Canadian Premier League.
Ah, the CPL.
Yeah, he played like 10 games with I think it was Aurora, but so he may not even need a green card or international slot if he was signed.
If he's Canadian?
He's Canadian.
I thought the Canadians still counted as internationals.
If it depends on where they played with certain
Nonsense.
academies up there.
Mm.
So if they played with affiliated.
So after MLS gets slaughtered in the Leagues Cup this year, do you think that Big Money Don Garber is going to try and create like a Canadian Premier League versus MLS Cup, something that we can actually win?
Slaughtered.
Who we
Slaughtered.
playing? Like,
What's the record of MLS teams versus Liga MX teams over the last, I don't know, forever?
Yeah, but that's also against
It's
all
been
the
changed in the
top
last couple
4,
of years, though.
not the bottom 10. So
CCL winners, baby.
This is a league that still has like San Jose in it, right? I mean, like, I'm not saying Sporting's going to get slaughtered, but like as a whole,
how many teams does Liga MX have? 20?
I don't watch it, so I don't know. Probably something like that.
Right. So yeah, but with San Jose, you're talking 29th. Okay, so it's not the same comparison.
Valid point. That won me over there with that one. That was a good point. You're a smart guy.
I think our middle teams will compete very favorably against their middle and lower teams.
Okay, Robert, I promise you we will get to things that Peter Vermes said and a couple other things. But before we go to break here, KC Current, big signing today for the KC Current.
There was.
Debinha. Kevin, are you okay with this? She's Brazilian.
Yeah, because they need.
Are you
Kevin's
still
approval.
just floating from
Hold
the
on.
World Cup? You're
actually,
beaming.
hold on. I actually am getting a phone call. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. I can't believe I told him not to call me during this.
Always
Hello?
happens.
Oh, yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm on a phone
Yes.
call. I'm on a call real quick. Thank you so much.
He's just taking
All
a
right.
phone call from his World
Sorry,
Cup
guys. I just had
trophy.
a quick call. I had to. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Debinha. I'm excited. Imagine the play. I mean, a baller. What am I gonna say? I don't want her on here because she's a Brazilian. This is money. We're about to win give us a ring already. Imagine her in celebrations with Lowe. I can't wait.
Current be making moves this offseason.
Definitely winning the league in the offseason.
No defenders though. Only we're playing like a 1-2-6.
Hey, they're not done. They posted that today. They're not done.
That's how you get asses in the seats, though. High flying, goal scoring.
That's true.
Sporting needs to take note.
2 years with a third year option.
Yep.
Thad, do you have a little background on her for us?
She played, I think, about 6 years with the Courage. Last year, she was third in goal scoring and tied for fourth or fifth in assists. She's very talented.
Why was she available?
Aggressive.
Free agent.
She was this was the first year the NWSL had true free agency.
I was just about to say, they have free agents already? How'd they do that so much better than MLS did?
Because they're copying MLS. I mean, the NWSL players are not like waiting around for this to happen. So,
yeah.
But she was the number one target, I would say, as a free agent. The number two target was actually one that people thought they might get, but I don't agree she was the number two target, but a lot of people would say she was. And I just say that because it was Julie Ertz, who obviously is one of the most talented players when she's last played, but that was 2021. And she only played like 3 games total in 2021, 4 games, 1 in the Olympics, 1 in regular season, 2 in the Challenge Cup, got injured, had a baby. Nobody's heard from her since, so I have no clue where her status is. Nobody does.
Interesting.
Anything else?
Other podcast, mystery podcast you want to do?
Well, I'm sure.
Find Julie Ertz.
Ooh, true crime podcast of the NWSL. Sadly, there is way too many crimes in the NWSL. So.
Yes, that's very true. Many other crimes we could cover from that league first.
Since we're on the NWSL, can I throw one more thing out there?
Of course.
NWSL handed down fines and punishments to teams and players, or to teams and coaches who have done misdeeds. I don't want to list them all, but there was 4 coaches that are banned forever from the NWSL. There's some coaches that are banned for a couple of years, and then have to apply to get back in. Let's see, Chicago was fined $1.5 million, and the owner has to sell. Portland has to sell and was fined $1 million. It goes on down through a bunch of different things, and the stuff with the Kansas City Current, there was no punishment handed out because there was no indication that there was actual real misdeeds. At least no retaliation, we'll say that. I don't think there was real misdeeds other than some feelings hurt, but that's my opinion and not necessarily fact.
Okay. I know, so the fines and all that are good, but is it going to be a FIFA situation where it's just like, oh, something changed and now we can move on? Are most of the leadership that were the issues, are they still around? I know Merritt Paulson was...
He has to sell his team.
Right.
The Chicago owner has to sell his team.
Okay.
So that's 2 real big ones there. There's coaches and staff who have been punished as, like I said, some cannot come back into the league. Some can at some point. Some other ones have been other punishments, but.
Okay. Brighter days ahead, hopefully.
Yeah. And I think one of the big differences is I don't think you can go back now. I think players would be less likely to not report things because there is staff to deal with that now and handle that. And U.S. Soccer got some blame, like criticism the other day when they were talking about the Berhalter situation. They said, they came out and they had a press conference and actually they answered, I don't know, however many questions over 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and the real thing they said was nothing. There was no real answers.
Yeah.
But to their credit, I was criticizing them a little bit, but to their credit later, they didn't hide the fact they were doing investigation. They came out and said, okay, we're doing it, but a lot of it is we can't say anything right now because the investigation is going on, et cetera, et cetera. So while they took a lot of criticism, I think it was still the exactly right thing to do. They didn't hide it. They didn't run away from it. They stepped up and said, yeah, we're doing this. And they faced the questions and had to sheepishly say, yeah, we'll have to answer that later, or I can't say that now, or whatever.
We'll be right back.
This podcast is brought to you by AT&T Fiber with Wi-Fi. Whether you're into watching horror movies from your basement, watching sports from your backyard, or watching trashy reality shows from inside your car that's parked all the way in the driveway so no one in your family judges you, AT&T Fiber with Wi-Fi is the best way to watch whatever you want from wherever you are.
Get AT&T Fiber with Wi-Fi and add some Wi-Fi square footage to your house. Limited availability in select areas. Go to att.com/hypergig to check eligibility. Coverage requires extenders at additional charge.
All right. Another quick break tonight. So Vermes, they had the first press media availability of the year. Vermes finally spoke, got in front of people. We got a first look at the new guy in person. But one thing Vermes said that at least stuck out to me was that they're not going to rush Pulido and Kinda back.
Right.
Which, of course, it's a good thing. You don't want to rush somebody back. But also that just, to me, I just roll my eyes that we're still dealing with these injuries. Wasn't there a question of if he was going to be ready for the playoffs at one point?
Mm-hmm. There was a hint of it.
A hint, yeah.
I don't think the team ever said that. Okay, there was like hints of it around, and I know a friend of mine who does some work with the team ran into Pulido, and he says, "Yeah, I'll be back in 2 months," and that was 3 months before the end of the season.
I don't know if it's a longer timetable or what. It's just very frustrating that we're dealing with this still, that they might not be ready to start the season. Agata has been great. You know, the team looked great without them at the end of the season, but can we just get a team, the full strength squad back? I just want this to happen.
No, we don't deserve
Sporting KC is just not allowed that.
You don't deserve it.
Look, this is not like an ACL injury. You're right, where you've got a guy who blows out an ACL is going to be back on the field 8-9 months, where you've got like a pretty set timetable. This is like a cartilage injury. It's the same thing that Jimmy Madronda had, and it took him a long time to get back to actually to where he was before the injury. It's the same thing Felipe Gutierrez had.
Right. And
so
both of them have the same thing.
And these are big money players, right? Like Pulido's our record signing, and arguably, when he's healthy, arguably the best player we've ever had, maybe second, right? And he's exceptional when he's healthy. And so if Willie Agata is healthy and is playing well, what's the rush to get Pulido back on the field?
Who's the best player if not Pulido?
Felipe Gutierrez.
Preki might have a thing or two to say about that.
Preki was before my time.
I love the history there, but I've long said on this show that we're going to get to a point where it's every new best player we get is just going to be the best player of all time. As the league gets better, as the team gets better.
Yeah.
Respect to Preki. Preki was great.
League MVP when he was in his 40s. That's pretty impressive.
If I was putting together an all-time...
No matter how quality of the league is.
Maybe next show. An all-time Sporting KC starting 11, Preki would be on it.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Anyway, to derail you there.
So I will be the pessimist and say I don't have a comfortable feeling that Pulido and Gadi Kinda will play significant minutes this year. I know Vermes said they would.
Oh, my God.
Damn,
I got the chills. You just gave me the chills. That sucks. That can't happen.
It can happen.
Why would it happen?
Okay, so I'm just going off the history of Jimmy Madronda and Felipe Gutierrez. They got their surgeries. It took them a year to really get back to training, and even when they got back to training, they were not great. Jimmy was here. He played very little and moved to Nashville. Felipe Gutierrez wanted the guaranteed contract. They didn't give it to him. He went back to his home club and didn't shine for most of that season. He got better as it went on, and he definitely improved, but I don't know that he was never back to where he was. Mm-hmm. And those are the same injuries. Now, Sporting has learned from those histories, and that's why I'm, when they're saying they're not going to rush him out there. Absolutely, they're not going to rush him out there because it would be completely stupid to risk that. and possibly cause another problem. But these are injuries that take time. And I would say of any of the two, Pulido would be the closer just because he was such a workout monster before. But
You failed to mention the best part about Hernandez, though, that he went back to the Crapids, and he didn't do anything there either. So,
Crapids.
Yeah.
Gutierrez.
Yeah, can I say Hernandez? Gutierrez, sorry. Yep.
But yeah, so he was okay back at Catalica, however you say it, back at his club in South America, and he was okay there. But like I watched some of their games and watched a lot of their highlights, and he was just not what he was when he was here.
Okay, well, Kevin, can you save us here, but get us back going? We need some optimism here. How many goals is Pulido going to score this year? Get us back on track here. Fucking.
All right, guys, it's gonna be. I'm feeling a solid 6 goals because I feel like we're gonna put him on the bench, baby. We're gonna put him on the bench, and this is why. Sporting Kansas City's not done signing. Okay, rumor has it that we're crying. Oh, Kevin, right backs, left back, defense does not win championships. We know that. Okay, everyone knows defense does not win championships. It's strikers.
Sure,
and we're gonna sign Olivier Giroud, and he's gonna come here, baby. He saw, holy crap, Cristiano Ronaldo wanted this place. All right, I'm coming to Kansas City, baby. Forget it. Buy me a house in Overland Park. All right, I don't care. This is what's gonna happen. I think Alan, in all seriousness, I hope he doesn't get injured. But I have this weird vibe. He hasn't played a lot. I almost forgot what it was like when he played. So it's like I'm kind of not vibing with Alan right now. All right, I hope he's fit, and the injury sucks. And what if he re-injures himself? And I already have friends that I guess follow the league in Mexico, and they kind of gave me a little bit of a warning. They're like, "Oh, I don't know if he's gonna be popping off too hard." Just letting you know. This was several seasons back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm happy that how we ended last season. I know I keep bringing last season, but we've ended okay to where I wouldn't be freaking out if we didn't sign anyone. Like how Agata went off, and now if Agata doesn't do well and our German legend doesn't do well either, then yeah, we're in a problem.
We are hanging our hats hard on the finish to last season for sure. We're really leaning on that goat rack there.
Yes, we are.
So look, I hope he does. I hope he plays. That's all I want. And then, he's a beast. So maybe he'll knock in some goals. I don't even care how ugly they are, but I'm not too worried if he's not popping off.
Okay, well, it started off great. You really brought the thing going up. It got exciting, and then it really kind of trailed off.
Yeah, you trailed off to my side, man.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, Giroud's coming. I'm not worried about Alan.
There we go.
I'm for that, man. I like that guy.
The prediction that they're not done signing players yet. We did have a rumor about a German fullback, Tim Leibold.
Yeah,
going for that. It said he's on the same team of a guy that Sporting was linked with last year.
Yeah.
And this is me entirely talking out of my ass. But I'm taking that as it sounds like there's an agent involved here. And maybe they spoke to this guy. That was a team he's familiar with. He wanted to float a rumor, another Sporting KC rumor. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense that Sporting would do this right now, right? With two left backs.
With 2 left backs, that would be the third.
I know. I mean, already with 2 left backs, yeah.
I will say it maybe makes more sense than people think it does, because you can always get rid of a player. I mean, up until the roster freeze, right? So you can always get rid of a player. And if this guy is an upgrade over anything and everything that we have, why not?
Yeah.
That is definitely how Vermes has always signed players in the past.
That's how they got this guy named Felipe Gutierrez when he was still good.
Very true. And is anybody going to be mad if Ben Sweat gets pushed down the depth chart?
Well, yeah. I would kind of be mad if Kylo Ren got pushed down.
But I mean, I know that Ndembe was injured near the end of last season, but was it all because of his injury that he didn't play a whole lot? Because he was pretty absent.
I don't think it was all because of his injury. I think Sweat played actually he played poor at the beginning of the year. He played okay in the middle of the year. And at the end of the year, he was playing pretty good. So
right.
I think that's what it was, is Vermes wanted to get some wins. He wanted to get results just to show positive movement for this year. And why risk anything? Why change anything? Why risk him getting hurt worse, etc.?
Right.
So I think that was probably a big part of it.
The Cavs are coming back, baby.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. As I saw people on Twitter, apparently they saw on his Instagram that he wasn't in America. So everybody else is reporting to Arizona today. Monday, they're reporting today. And so I asked the question, is he in camp? And I was told, nope. So I was like, okay. But it's just a visa thing. He'll be there later this week. So he just has to get his visa picked up.
We get one buyout a year. And why buy out Ben Sweat, who was like adequate towards the end of the year when Yuri's still on the team?
Good shout.
Hey, he didn't say Pulido.
I know. That's what
I was surprised a little bit.
But that's the two
I
people.
mean, we have to buy out Pulido if we want to get Olivier Giroud.
That's true.
You can still get one more. They have the ability to buy down one of the DP contracts, I believe, so they can get one more DP.
I mean, yeah, how else would they have fit Ronaldo on the roster, right?
Yeah.
Right, but it has to be low enough that you can buy it down. I don't know that the $9.5 million transfer fee we paid.
No.
Like it's like amortized over the life of the contract.
Right.
We essentially have to buy down
Pulido.
Gadi.
It would be It would be either Gadi or Johnny, and I know Johnny's went up a certain amount, but I know in one version of his contract so far, it was like his salary was front loaded like the first year, so his salary dropped over the next amount, and so this could be one of those situations where it's not the transfer fee, the actual salary was front loaded a bit, and then it would drop enough to get paid off a year or two into it.
Speaking of very handsome men like Olivier Giroud, Gareth Bale retired today.
Garrett
Bale.
They're not in the same class of handsome.
Who is more handsome?
Giroud.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
That's true.
So this was the note I added to our rundown just because one, former Tottenham player, so he does have a special place in my heart, even though I disrespect him. I call him the wrong name every time.
You regularly disrespect him.
I do. Well, now he's in MLS, and so I don't have to like him as much. But here's my favorite part about this. When he signed, he said, I'm 32, like it says on the board, 33 at the end of the week, so I still have many years to come. I haven't come to be here for just 6 months or 12 months. I've come here to be here as long as possible. I want to do as well as I can. I want to try and make my mark in this league, on this team. And he essentially said that he was playing until the 2024 Euros. And he played 12 games, 2 starts. God bless him.
Yeah, but
what
he
a
also
legend.
yeah, but valid point, but he also like literally gave them MLS Cup.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think he scored 3 goals for them.
That was one of the best. That was probably the best MLS Cup of all time, and he gave it to them. They had their moment.
Yeah, but for Bale, his World Cup experience probably just made him think to himself, just screw it.
He did. I think he was over it.
I don't know. He could come back and, sign for Wrexham or something later.
Wrexham with the win this past weekend.
Messi and Ronaldo and Tom Brady are just changing the game now. Like I think he's lazy for retiring at 33 at this point, right? He should have another 5 years to go.
Agreed.
You don't have his hamstrings.
That's true. I wish I did.
This man pulls a hamstring. No, I don't think you do.
No,
I mean, I'm sure you would love Gareth Bale's physique, but the man pulls a hamstring at the grocery store. That thing pops every other day.
Yeah.
Or does he say
he was on the
that?
bench a lot.
Yeah. How much of it is that real, or was just an excuse to go golf?
Yeah, exactly.
Also a fair point.
Yeah.
There's just too
Wales
much
Golf
unknown
Madrid.
There. Yeah.
Yep. See him in the Masters.
Hey, is there a retirement age for the media game? Is that a thing?
Never.
I don't know. I think I'm the oldest one out there, usually.
Are you? Okay.
Cody, are you playing again? Or are you going to go out on top?
Oh, you know I'm there. The fans are going to want me.
Well, wait, but if the sporting people put him on the roster.
I just have to read my email this year for the Sporting KC game.
He complains every year. Oh, nobody told me it was going to happen. Nobody sent me an email. Shit.
Okay, I'm gonna
Kevin,
go.
if you see Cody on the pitch at the media game, Are you going for the knees? Are you getting high boots?
Just end them before. Yeah. Look, I don't know if I'm gonna get invited, but if I get to play, I'm hopefully we're on the same team, right? I mean, we would murder.
Again, this is my
Cody
weekly,
has one moment. We're talking like he's God sent here.
This is my weekly pitch to you to come be an official contributor to the Blue Testament, and then that invite is probably waiting for you.
Bad.
Okay,
I think they will invite him no matter what.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're famous now, man. Okay, I'm gonna go work on my calves.
All right.
And your hammies.
And my hammies.
Stretch.
Any final thoughts, Thad?
Looking forward to the season.
Boom. Really put a cherry on top of it there.
Well, what do you expect from me, man?
Energy, Thad Bell. I have a new segment for you next week. A new segment was just born. I just thought of it right now.
Yeah. Are you gonna tell me, or are you gonna surprise me again?
I'm gonna surprise you and the audience next week.
Okay.
Go Sporting!
The other side don't seem so tough, and 3 own goals ain't all that rough. Our skipper has just been sent off. Supporters strong have all gone soft. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking.